Hello hens, welcome to Mandolin Chop, lesson number 4. You hear that? Nice guitar work, but it's that chop thing is what we're going to learn today. So let me kill this and we're going to get into some of the details. Alright, so I assume you all have your mandolin in hand. Yes. Okay, so we're going to start this off with explaining what a chop is. A chop is a backbeat. It's basically your, I'll call it your little snare drum off your music. Most bluegrass music doesn't use drums or any percussions. They use the mandolin as one of your key percussion instruments. So it's your responsibility, if you're playing mandolin, is to provide that. If you're not usually playing out the little lead thing, or playing some chords, you want to provide that nice little rhythm for the song. So, how do you do that? Well, that's why I'm here. So let's start off with, we're going to use 3 chords for this. We'll just use the ones you know, but we're going to expand on those ones that you know. So the chords are G, C, and we'll use D. So, pretty simple. So, starting out with, this is how you guys, most of you, I would say, do your G, right? 2 fingers, just in the bottom, sounds like that. That's okay, it will work. I'm going to suggest we go another level up, and we're going to try something a little more challenging, because might as well, if you're going to learn to chop, you might as well learn to do it the right way. The way I always do my G, you may have seen me doing this, is I do a 3-finger G. Let me try to get this in front of the camera a little bit. So what I've got is those 2 fingers where you guys got, then I add this finger, the 3rd finger, up on the 3rd string, 5th fret. So you got something that looks like that. Okay, that goes right there. That would be even better than just a 2-finger. If you can do that, better. Now, if you really want to go to get your master's degree in mandolin playing, what you want to do is take this little baby pinky and go to the 7th fret, all the way up to here. Yeah. Well, needless to say, that I can do, but not really well. So, see, it does work. That takes practice, and I could practice it, but I'm just lazy. But it does work. Why we want that is on a mandolin chop, you're trying to cover all this thing, and you're going to try to, you want to hit the whole 4 strings, or I guess 8 strings on a mandolin, put all 4 of them down. So, all right. So here is the technique. Here's what makes a mandolin chop. When you actually start, and for this, to make this easier, I'm going to use the 3-finger. You can continue to use the 2-finger, but I'm encouraging you to at least to try to add the 3rd finger to this. I'm not saying you got to get all the way up to the 7th with the little pinky, but if you could get to this far, it would be so much better. So, anyway, let's try just doing what the technique is. The technique is a downstroke. I'm not saying you can't come up on it, but rarely does that happen. So what you try to do is you're going to strum down. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing with my, I'm not going to show you the strum part of it because it's just a down strum. You're going to see my fingers are dead on. They're not pushing down on the strings now, but when I hit, and then trying to get both in here if I can. You can see my, now what I also do is I deaden that sound to get more of a chop. So I have my hand over my strings. So my palm of my hand, or the base of my hand here, is actually on my string. So I go. That is my own way of doing it, but that's not necessarily how they would teach it in the school of mandolin. Anyway, that is a G chop. We're going to go to a C. C, you guys do pretty much this. Again, adding the third finger would make it even better. And what the third finger is, so you have your G or your C right there, taking that finger right here and putting it up onto the 5th fret on the 5th string. So it should look like that. Okay, so this finger up to here. If you can start doing even that way, then we'll just go to an ordinary D, the same D you guys always do. And the other question is, where do you strum it at? Well, preferably not back here, because that's very trebly. Not necessarily all the way up there, but somewhere's right around where that little, right about here, at the end of the fretboard. There's a good spot right in the middle. See what I'm getting that note there? So technically, a real chop would sound like this. Let me get the... Alright, that is the mandolin chop. Try it. Try it first. I would suggest learning it with just your normal 2-finger, just to get that feel of. But I really encourage you to try to add those extra fingers in there to do a proper C, or really get that extra finger in there so you actually are, you know, you're going up to the 7th fret with that one. Not easy, but something to work on, and it passes the time. Thanks for watching. Bye.